bench Joe Flacco after 4 games, and they're turning to rookie Dylan Gabriel on the road in London against the Vikings. Tough test. Flacco now QB2. Shedeur Sanders will remain QB3 on the depth chart. And when asked about the changes, Shedeur had an interesting way of answering the questions. Open your ears on this one.
Vocally, anything to say?
I guess one more. I guess what do you think you have to show to the coaches just to have that belief in you that you can be ready?
What can you say?
Okay, so some pantomiming there from Shedeur Sanders. Cam, I know you believe that Cleveland has not put him in a position to succeed there, but on the other side of this, how is he handling his role as a backup? We don't usually talk to QB3 all that often during media availability, but he gets these questions. And how he's handling these questions, how do you view it?
Okay, well, I'll give you a blast from the past real quick, Court, and I'll tell you this. After playing in the Super Bowl, arguably the biggest game in all of sports, you're asked questions. You're in the moment. You're frustrated. You don't even know how your emotions is able to be interpreted. And for me, I did not have the best professional way of going about that. Some would say immature, some would say that's not right, some would say this, some would say that. But what I would say is this: I deserve the ridicule. I deserve so much that I knew who I was and I knew how I was supposed to handle that situation. And I also was the starting quarterback. Anytime people talk about Shedeur Sanders, it's almost like they give a pretense. And it sounds like this: hey, I'm a Shedeur Sanders fan. And I'll give you another analogy to that. Anytime a person stops a person or reminds anybody to say, hey, I don't mean to be disrespectful, typically they're about to say something disrespectful. So when you're saying something, right, so when you're saying certain things in regards to Shedeur Sanders, how is he supposed to go about it? Especially given the circumstances that I've said it publicly. I don't think the Cleveland Browns really want him to succeed. Now, you're giving a mic to a third-string quarterback, and I would challenge anybody on any type of platform to name me all 32 teams third-string quarterback. Matter of fact, just give me the third-string quarterback on your division. Matter of fact, just give me the third-string. You know what? It's irrelevant. We're talking about this because it's Shedeur Sanders. And when are we going to start realizing that you cannot control people? Some of the same things that people ridicule Shedeur Sanders is also the same things that makes people like Jackson Dart. It's in the eye of the beholder when you're regarding who you're talking about. I was not always the fan favorite because of why can't wearing these hats? Why can't look dressing like that? Why he's soaking over a towel? Why he walked off and did certain things? So when I'm seeing this reality TV series play out in Cleveland, it's one of the things that's like, okay, if Shedeur Sanders was a starting quarterback and he was making these antics, yes, I will feel a certain type of way. But he's a third-string quarterback. Still a third-string quarterback with the addition of the movement with Dylan Gabriel. So, damned if you do, damned if you don't. And what he's been able to do is say, hey, I only can do what I can do or what I'm allowed to do, and that's what we're seeing play out.
But I get that. I believe the way that Shedeur Sanders has been covered is unfair, right? And there are going to be some people on the other side that say some of the things that he's acquired, some of the partnerships, some of the money, some of the attention are things that aren't warranted for a third-string quarterback. Like, that's his lot in life. His lot in life is that he is Deion Sanders' son. His lot in life is that he did go to Colorado and change them and made them a freaking superstars and made people and celebs want to go to Colorado. He did that. He was a part of that. Now this comes with it. When you hear anonymous sources coming out before the draft and saying things about you in meetings that can't be proven, that's because of who you are. There are a lot of people who love Shedeur Sanders and who support him and want to see him do well. And as many of those as it is, it's the people on the other side that don't. And what Shedeur Sanders has to understand, whether it's fair or not, I don't care if he pantomimes. I don't care if he's funny. I don't care if he's charismatic. I don't care if he shows his personality. I want him to be him. I want him to be authentic. But he got to understand he's going to be criticized. And when he steps up to the mic and he does something like that, you got to know what it is. Like, was Rex harsh? Yes. Did Rex maybe go too hard? Maybe. But that's his opinion. He's entitled to that. So if you got a problem with people doing that, don't give them nothing. And if you give them something, then just accept it. Stand up, be accountable, and say, that's on me. I let him talk about me. But my thing is this. He's going to be interviewed. He's going to be talked to as long as he gives them something. If I know I'm in the media in Cleveland with a sorry team, it don't matter who I interview, but if I get him to say something, they're going to have to put my name on the bottom of the screen because I'm the one that asked him. He just got to understand that. It is unfair, Shedeur, the way you are criticized, the way you are treated, the way people break down everything that you do, but that is what it is for you. That's the reality, and you got to move forward knowing
Well,
that.
the other part of the job is also just saying the PC answer, giving people what they need right then and there. Right? We got it.
Where you don't know what the offense is going to look like, but that's a lot to ask of a young quarterback. I think he goes less.
Can we not lean on Cam Schlittler from last night and know that these rookies can do amazing things in their big spots? I believe Dillon Gabriel's going to be okay. I'm inspired by all these rookie quarterbacks. I think Dillon Gabriel's going to do just fine.
One plays for the Yankees, one plays for the Browns.
Fair enough.
Here's the recap. A couple overs and under when it comes to Dillon Gabriel. If you like these plays, we parlayed them together at ESPN Bet Sportsbook app. Look for the more or less featured parlay on the homepage and in the parlay lounge. Let's drill down on this matchup, Minnesota and Cleveland. Harry Douglas, Dillon Gabriel. You see him being able to hold on to the job throughout the duration of the season?
I do. Number one, I love the simple fact that the Cleveland Browns made this change. They looked over at the New York Giants and said, man, that young quarterback Jackson Dart brings a different energy, a different aura to this organization. Let us make a quarterback change. But Dillon Gabriel, he throws with anticipation. He understands the offense, has a great grasp of what Kevin Stefanski wants to do. And at the same time, this young man played 6 years of collegiate football. He understands the game at a high level. He's very cerebral. I believe in Dillon Gabriel that he's going to be able to get it done for the Cleveland Browns this weekend across the pond.
Bart, agree or disagree?
I think he'll fare himself well. They're going to lean on this great defense. When you got a defense like that, you don't have to try and win the game by scoring a lot of points. You let other teams lose it. And I think when you think about all the injuries that the offensive line for the Minnesota Vikings have, Myles Garrett's going to eat. Listen, the Cleveland Browns have one of those throwback defenses that can turn your water off. And I think, they eat a lot this week. I think they lean on the run game, and this young guy gives them a lot of spark. We're going to see what happens when Minnesota sits over there for 2 weeks, how those effects. Are they going to be the fresher team, more acclimated to the time, or is Cleveland going to come over there juiced up?
Peter, what are you hoping to see from Dillon Gabriel?
Well, it's a big ask because Bart's right. The Vikings were out there for the Ireland game. They stayed out there all week. They're acclimated to the European time zone. They're ready to go. And Dillon Gabriel becomes the first rookie quarterback in NFL history to make his first start overseas. This is not ideal. They're dropping him in an unnatural place where he's not going to be comfortable. That said, what you don't know, you don't know. Maybe it's the best thing possible. Just throw him into the mix. Let's go. I've spoken to Brown sources. Here's what they will say. This guy is mobile. He can move. That was something that wasn't really there with Flacco. And if Flacco's the 41-year-old veteran quarterback, what you're asking Flacco to do is limit the turnovers. Don't kill us. But Flacco threw 3 picks last week. So at this point, let's give Dillon Gabriel a shot. To Harry's point, 64 collegiate starts. He's seen it at all different levels. He's seen it at multiple schools. This is the kind of guy that might be ready for this ask because it is a big, tall mountain with all the things going up against him.
So let me say this really quick. One of the things that I love about Dillon Gabriel, that's one of his strengths, he doesn't hold on to the football. He gets the football out quick. His offense, when he was at Oklahoma, when he was at Oregon, was all predicated on getting the ball out quickly, timing routes, and being precision in the pass game. And I